Dear Mexico, this is my letter to you. After about 1.5 years of riding my motorcycle around your country, I have something to say. In fact, it's bursting from the seams of my heart, and I can't seem to leave the country without saying it. It's twofold. First is, well, kind of a love letter. And second is a strong truth. Some may not fully understand it, and that's okay. But I want you to know it's powerful and comes from a place of unconditional love. So here we go, my love letter and truth bomb to you, Mexico. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Tammy, and I left my life in New York City about 2 years ago with one desire: to ride my motorcycle all around your country with no real plan, destination, or end date, and just see what happens. Well, many things happened. I went to the north, south, east, west, through both peninsulas and 31 of your 32 states. And I have something I need to tell you. Mexico, I love you. And thank you. In my 1.5 years here, I fell in love with you, Mexico, in a way I have yet to fall in love with the 40 plus other countries that I have visited. Now please allow me to express why and what exactly it is I love about you. First, it's your land. It is so diverse and unique. When I used to think of you, I thought of beaches and resorts. But no, you are so much more than that. While the world knows you for your beautiful beaches and deserts, I love you for your mountains, high altitude watering holes, and endless nature to enjoy. Massive waterfalls, dunes, caves, lakes, cenotes, and volcanoes. You have it all. And you make it so accessible. Your parks and natural sites have little to no fee, and you almost always allow camping. You make me feel like an explorer, discovering so many of your gifts at every turn. Secondly, Mexico, and this one is the most profound. There is a love and joy that wades through your air like an infectious smile. Your 131 Pueblo Mexicos only hint at the magic that you have to offer. To me, Mexico, your plazas feel like Disney World, full of people laughing, singing, and dancing. Colorful, neon-filled balloons, bouncy balls that soar high in the air, and mariachi bands at every corner. There are so many plazas like this, sprinkled all over your land, nestled in your jungles, high up in your mountains, and in the most unexpected places. As I rode my motorcycle around your land, it often felt like a treasure hunt. I stumbled across one beautiful, unique town after the next. Every single one had a plaza like this, but each so unique. Every church was stunning with its own intricate design, and every place its own flavor of fun, joy, and magic. Mexico, I'm in love with your mariachi, your voladores, the mojinganga, the groups of people dancing salsa in communal spaces, and traditional song and dance performances that you can find on any given Tuesday. You celebrate, you parade, you light fireworks for so many occasions. Always music in the streets, often for no money at all, just for the joy of it. Dancing, singing, and joyful. Which brings me to the last and most important part of my love letter. Mexico, it's your people. I don't know how I will ever be able to repay your people for the immense amount of love, kindness, assistance, encouragement, and celebration that I have received. But if you allow me, Mexico, I would love to tell you about the many things that I love about your people and what I've learned from them. I love how community-oriented they are, always in family and community. One time at a campsite, I was all alone when 2 other motorcycle groups showed up. I expected them to take the other open, allotted campsites and spread out, as the American in me would have done. But no, they set up their tents in my allotted campsite, right next to me. Confused at first why they didn't use the open spaces, until I realized, of course, they prioritized being together in community. How silly am I? Mexico, your people are always willing to give a helping hand. But it's not just a helping hand. They will literally step into the problem with me, as if it was their own. I could cry thinking about all the times your people have put aside what they were doing to help me. Start a dead bike, drive 30 miles from the woods and back to get me coolant, or call their cousin hours away at 8 p.m. on a Friday night to go to my hotel and help me with electrical problems. Mexico, your people are embedded with the most kind, loving, and generous souls. You should be so proud. I love how your people joke so frequently and laugh so easily. How they greet each other and show affection. How they connect with each other. Often, I would think 2 people knew each other for years by the way that they conversed, only to find out later that they had just met. I love how they use the word fart for like 15 different expressions, and that everything is made into ito. Amorcito, perrito, pancito. And of course, how they speak with quick wit and use so much double meaning. I love how they say provecho to others entering and exiting a restaurant. I love how they are never in a rush to get paid, to free up your table, or push you for anything. I love that your people take their time. They enjoy, they chit-chat, they take interest in you and what you're doing. They enjoy your company and live in the moment. One of my favorite things, Mexico, is that your people know that everything will always be okay. They know it, they live it, they express it. Tranquilo. They know there is always a way. Everything is always figure-outable, and they do it. Literally, they can figure out the seemingly most impossible of situations. I love how accepting they are about everything. They really live to each their own. In New York, it's a daily experience for someone to yell at another for what they think they should or shouldn't be doing. In Mexico, I have never once heard someone tell another what to do. You accept everything around you. You let it be. You let people be. You have a radical acceptance, and I think it's beautiful. Finally, Mexico, your people know how to have fun. It's seriously an impressive quality because life is meant to be fun, and so often many of us forget that. I've learned so much from your people, Mexico. I'm learning to be more patient, more community-oriented, more kind, loving, joyful, accepting, and resourceful. And most importantly, to have more fun. I still have a lot to learn, but I will always have you, Mexico, as an example. Now, I know that many of your beautiful qualities are shared among Latinos. You are not the first Latino country that I have visited, and I will likely encounter much of the same beauty in people and land as I travel south. But the thing is, Mexico, I want you to know that you were my first true love of another country, and you will always hold a special place in my heart. I want you to deeply know how special you are. And this brings me to the second part of my letter, my message. This is the part where I get real. Now, it's clear that I'm deeply in love with you, Mexico, but I am also not blind to the things that occur and what people say. So here is my message. I urge you strongly, please do not repeat the negative stories you hear. Give no attention to them at all. Look, I know things occur. I'm not debating that. But the stories we repeat and the words we use matter. When we can fully focus on the positive, we just won't be a match to the negative. Anything we place our attention on grows, good or bad. My experience in Mexico has only been positive. Any negative aspects some speak of, I have not experienced at all in my 1.5 years riding and camping in every part of your country alone. I ignored everything negative or fearful that people had to say, and I only experienced the positive and better. So let's fully ignore the negative stories and place our attention only on the truth of what we know. Mexico, you are a land of love, a country that oozes joy, generosity, and kindness, and you deserve to be praised for your beauty. That is the only story that matters. If you are going to speak about Mexico, choose only to speak about the millions of stories of magnificence and beauty. It is the only story I will ever tell of you, and I hope that you do the same. It is my wish that the world sees you only as I do, the beautiful, loving, caring, generous ball of love and fun and joy that you are. Mexico, thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to roam your country, for welcoming me, accepting me, and extending your hand and putting your arm around my shoulder. I have learned so much, and you have touched me deeply. I love you, and with all my heart and soul, thank you. Lastly, to those thinking to travel to Mexico, your experience is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to place your thoughts only on what you desire. The same goes for any country you visit. If you entertain your fears, do not blame others for your state of fear. Choose love. Choose trust. Be aware of what you speak and where you focus. Never entertain fear. And if you can manage that, you will have the most wonderful experience.